Hello and welcome to another episode of Houston. We have a podcast. Um, Now, just so everyone's aware, we are recording this during our lockdown period. But don't worry, we're all safe. We're all at home, and we're social distancing by several miles for some of us, and several hundred miles for one of us. But anyways. Um, as always, we're joined by your regular host, Carson, and our returning guest. Well, today we have a returning guest, Dan.
Well, hello.
And we have one new guest, Charlie.
Hi.
So this is going to be a little bit weird because we are on all online, but hopefully we can make this work as we try and determine what movie franchise is the most fun. I realize fun is a very subjective term, but don't worry if you're confused. We're going to figure out today the exact definition of fun, because that's what we do here on Houston. We have a podcast. So, Carson, why don't you teach us all about fun?
Before we get into that, we will start as we usually do. Or
Oh, okay.
sorry, I'm skipping ahead and already skipped ahead another segment. Because Charlie, you are new to the podcast, we will have you do a very quick introduction to our audience. As we usually do, have someone pick a movie or a movie character that maybe speaks to your personality or however else you want to justify it, maybe just something you like. Do you have anything prepared as such?
I mean, I think you kind of know Star Wars has always been my ride or die, right? That's always my favorite. It's always going to be my favorite.
That's fair. Is there any particular character within the Star Wars franchise that you particularly relate to or aspire to being like?
Luke has always been my favorite. His, running away on an island by himself, particular hero right now.
Fair. Okay, well, welcome to the podcast. Couple things we're going to do before we grab into it, and just to kind of highlight, Paulo was alluding, we're going to be talking about what movie franchise is the most fun. What we have is we have 32 movie franchises that we're going to be talking about, so quite a bit to get through. We usually do multiple segments. We're going to do just the one today. It will be a very thorough discussion, a very logical discussion about fun. Before we do that, as we usually start our episodes, something you've seen recently that you want to talk about, whether because you liked it or because you didn't like it. Dan, what have you seen recently that you want to talk about?
Yes, sir. So for mine, it was kind of an accident. We didn't plan on seeing this one. About 6 weeks or so ago, me and a few peeps went to see 1917 at the cinema.
Oh,
But here's the thing. It was actually sold out. And we thought, oh, this has been out for a while. Like, we can just buy tickets there. No, it was sold out. The 7:15 show or whatever it was sold out. We were really like, what the hell do we do now? So we're like, all right, let's see something else. And so we saw Bad Boys for Life.
oh yeah.
Yeah. No, not really.
Bad Boy. It was awesome.
No. No, I would say it was beyond dumb. I mean, I know it was supposed to be, but I guess I kind of expect a little bit more from my buddy cop movies, like that they actually kind of make sense. But yeah, it was all about the action scenes and the beautiful people, to be perfectly honest.
And
I mean,
Will Smith trying to say like youth slang, awkward.
trying to be cool, I guess. But you know what? Even at his age, he's a good-looking guy. Like, you know what I mean? I think the only not the only people, the only actors that were not all that good-looking in that movie was Martin Lawrence
Oh.
and I don't know his name. The guy who plays Cypher.
Oh, the
Joe
captain.
Pantoliano.
Yeah, that guy.
He
right,
looks
right.
normal. The
Police chief. Yeah. And anyway, but okay. So here, one thing that sticks out about this movie, it happens at the very end after they get the bad guy, after he's like behind bars and stuff. And by the way, this bad guy, he had killed like multiple either cops or like former cops, like just sniped them, including Cypher. He like murders Cypher. And I kept thinking to
Spoiler.
myself, God damn you, Cypher! While he was lying on the ground bleeding, dying. But he kills all these people, and yet at the very end, Will Smith walks up to him, and he's like behind bars in some cage and in some like this big empty warehouse room, and it's like this
like the
this
Harley
one
Quinn
cell. Eh?
It's like the Harley Quinn jail.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. He's just in the cell by himself. And anyway, so Will Smith walks up to him and he goes, "Hey, I'll give you a chance to like atone for all the brutal things you've done. Just join us, like join the good guys, and then you can just atone for it all." And I'm just like, what the fuck? And anyway, it was beyond ridiculous. But hey, but you know what? At least it gave me a few laughs. So I would say it was at least fun. Boom. Tying it back. Okay.
Great job. Charlie, what have you seen recently?
Last movie I saw was Birds of Prey. I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
That's surprising. Why did you think that?
Why? Why is that surprising?
Okay, so I talked about that movie a few times on this podcast before it came out. And I was pretty like looking forward to it. I liked the trailers, and it came out, and I was like, it was mostly good. I liked that it tried to do some different things, but it wasn't like, I don't know, it didn't land 100% for me.
I thought it was really good. I thought she did that was Harley Quinn. I felt it was a very good portrayal. Soundtrack was great. Characters were great. I didn't really have many complaints about it.
What did you think of Huntress?
I could have been in it more.
Yeah,
I feel like she should have been in it more because she was probably one of my favorite characters, even though she was only in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, like I would like a sequel with her playing a bigger part, but
fair. We will see. Any other things you want to say about it?
no.
Okay. Paula, how about you?
I recently watched Little Monsters, starring Lupita Nyong'o and Josh Gad. It's about this. It's a zombie movie, and it happens in like during a school trip, where Lupita Nyong'o is like the teacher of all these like daycare or kindergarten age kids, and she's trying to save them along with the main character. It's funny because the main character is like this Australian guy, but I like there's really the whole thing is basically about Lupita Nyong'o trying to save the kids while pretending that the zombies, like, it's all make believe and it's a game. And it's really good. It's really funny. I got some Shaun of the Dead vibes from watching it. Josh Gad is like a children's show like character, like the Blues Clues guy, but he's like a real piece of shit. And yeah, so they're just trying to survive this zombie outbreak. It's really good. I highly recommend Little Monsters.
I've been looking forward to that and didn't even know it was out, so I'm going to try to track that down. As for myself, I recently watched Underwater with Kristen Stewart. I was semi looking forward to it, not because it had Kristen Stewart, but because it was by a director. I want to say his name is William Eubank. I may have got that wrong. He did a movie a few years ago called The Signal. I don't know if you guys have seen that at all. But basically, he is a ex special effects guy that has tried to like turn his hand at directing. The movie was like mostly unspectacular until like the last 10 minutes, which were really, really cool. So I was like, oh, I want to follow this guy's career. I want to see what else he does. So Underwater was coming out. The trailers looked really bad because it really just looked like an underwater ripoff of Alien. It definitely was not. It's basically like an action scene starts 5 minutes into the movie and it's just a 2-hour action scene. So it's a pretty solid vehicle for a movie because it's just like one thing happens after another that are just action set pieces. TJ Miller, or is it JT Miller? I forget his name. TJ. Anyway, I don't know why we're supposed to hate him, but I know we're supposed to hate him now. But he's actually really good in this movie.
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah, like doesn't everyone hate him for some reason?
I think there had something to do with joke stealing.
Oh,
or
okay.
I could be wrong.
I thought he had like done something really shitty. Joke stealing.
I
is
think
like,
he did. That sounds very familiar.
Okay. Anyway,
But, like,
he's actually really good in it.
Sorry, side note on TJ Miller, because like I've seen his stand up before. I've like a couple times because I think he's pretty funny. and the way that he does stand up, I don't see how he could have stolen any of his jokes from anyone, because his stand up is basically just him being an insane person.
Yeah, like it's more his style than the joke, isn't it?
Unless there was like another insane stand-up comedian that like he stole his persona from. I don't know.
Anyway, he's really good. Kristen Stewart's really bad, which I actually like Kristen Stewart. I think she's a good actress, but not in this movie. Anyway, I'd give it like a soft recommend if it's on Netflix one day and you're just bored and you want to see like a solid action movie. Outside of that, not really that spectacular.
Does sound fun though.
Speaking of which, we will now talk about what movie franchise out there is the most fun. And before we do that, I do want to have everyone give like maybe a couple words of what does fun mean to you, because I think we all have a little bit definition of like what makes a movie fun to us. So I'll go first, and because I forgot to tell you guys to prep for that. But basically, like the two things I'm looking for, like when I think about is a movie fun, I want escapism, and I want fuck, I forgot the other word I was going to say about this. But anyway, like there's an element of escapism or like something that you can imagine yourself doing, and for me it has to be grounded in reality. Like, and it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be super realistic, but it has to be like a character that I can see myself going through that adventure with. Like you have someone like a Harry Potter or a Luke Skywalker who's just like, this is a relatable person taking you into a fantastical world. For me, it's more fun if I can imagine myself there as part of it. So I want to go fantastical, but I want it to be grounded. And for me, those type of movies that do that are fun versus something like, I don't know, the only thing coming in my head right now is Jupiter Ascending, where it's like, yes, it's a fantastical world, but like no one gives a shit about the character, so it's not fun. So anyway, that's my definition. What do you guys think?
I think essentially the entertainment value must exceed the boredom value. If boredom is the antithesis of fun.
But what bores you then?
When I don't care about what's going on. When it's uninteresting.
Okay.
And often I think the entertainment value can often be, or the fun value is often humor, but not always. So because you can also have I don't know what you can call like the cool factor or the badassery factor or awesomeness. So for example, a lot of the cheesy 90s action movies like say Steven Seagal or Van Damme, those aren't necessarily good movies because again, there's a difference between good and fun.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're not good movies, but they're fun to watch. Even if you're not laughing out loud by watching like a Steven Seagal movie, just seeing him beat the crap out of someone, you're like, oh, awesome, that kind of thing. That can be fun.
Yeah, like humor is a key, like a big part of it. I think to dial it back a bit to make it more more broad, I would say just like lightheartedness. On Dan's point. Yeah, and it can't really, like in terms of a movie, if it drags a bit, like I don't know, if it's too much, I don't want to say too much talking, because like that can be fun if it's done properly in a movie, but like something has to be happening. I don't know how to describe it other than like it's just along the lines of Dan's being bored watching something if he doesn't care what's happening. That's like I agree with that.
Charlie, how about for you?
Yeah, I mean, this is very subjective into what each person finds fun. I think like I like a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously. I think it needs to be like a little bit ridiculous. It's what I would consider fun.
I also agree with that. Like there are a bunch of movies that are just completely like quote unquote dumb and ridiculous that I love for those reasons, but then there's also some that like I'm trying to think of a good example. Maybe like one of the last few not Terminators, or Transformers movies, where it was like completely nonsensical. I think, and the intention was to go for like being a fun movie, but I felt like it was just it hit all those, like it checked all those boxes, but like I just didn't care, which is where the trade-off was for me. I don't know.
See, for me, I guess and maybe there's a fine line between fun and enjoyment, but I would still consider a movie like The Dark Knight to be fun, even though it's a very dark and kind of gritty movie, because there's fun elements of it. Like he's has this big tank of a vehicle. He's driving around a city. There's people dressing up all weird. Like it's all things that are kind of cool and fun, and it's like you kind of wish you were part of that, even though it's not like it doesn't. It takes itself pretty seriously.
Yeah, but I guess it's kind of a little bit of a lighthearted way of doing that, like silly.
That's
Kind of
true.
like what Paula was saying.
That's true.
Yeah, like it's Batman driving around in a tank. It's a little bit ridiculous.
A little over the top-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's flying on rooftops. Yeah, no, like I agree. I think
All
it's
right.
just it's a scale now that we have to worry about.
That's Batman Begins, okay?
Yeah, yeah, it's a scale of fun now that I think we have to measure in our little bracket here.
Indeed. Actually, you know what? I have one last question for this. One last point. So,
Okay.
you can have bad movies that are fun, but would you guys consider The Room to be fun?
I've actually never watched The Room.
You still haven't seen it.
I still haven't seen it.
My God.
But
Paul,
to that point, like I was looking at these franchises, and there's definitely, and I'm gonna bring this up later when we talk about Spider-Man and specifically Spider-Man 3. Like it's a bad movie, but it's fun bad.
that's
That
kind
is-
of yeah. So that's kind of the point I was trying to make is that like The Room is like so bad, but especially when you watch it with a group of people, it's fun to watch.
100%.
See, that's a great example of like Spider-Man 3, I mean, the one with emo Spider-Man is a great example of one that's just completely ridiculous that I just love so much because of how little sense it makes. And I don't and then on the topic of The Room, it's funny because I haven't seen The Room either, but I've seen The Disaster Artist, and I would call that one fun because it was just I found that one really funny, and it was enjoyable the whole way through.
All right, let's jump into the bracket then. So I'm going to post a picture of this bracket on our Instagram at Houston We Have a Podcast if you want to follow along and see. But basically, the way this is going to go is we have 8 categories with 4 movies each. So the kind of like genres, these categories. And so we're going to have first a bit of a round robin where we talk about each of these categories, all 4 movies at the same time. We're going to try to pick a winner for that, and then it's going to move into a bracket. So once we have the 8 winners for these, then it'll kind of go into a pretty straightforward tournament bracket after that, one-on-one. So I guess first round, our 8 categories are creatures, fantasy, adventure, cops, superheroes, sci-fi, horror, and other, where we had a few things we just needed to plug in. So we will go through those one at a time. And the first one we will start off with is creatures. So in the creatures movie franchise bucket, we have the Predator movies, the Monsterverse, which is the Godzilla and King Kong movies, Jurassic Park, which includes Jurassic World, and Planet of the Apes, which includes both the old movies and the new movies. Who would like to start us off?
All right, I guess I'll start us off. I think it's fitting that I'm starting us off with the creatures segment or bracket or section because I do enjoy a lot of these the movies under this category, even the bad ones, which Godzilla takes up a big part of that. But anyways, so we're gonna have the Predator series, Monsterverse, which includes King Kong, Godzilla. Are there any other? There's no other Monsterverse movies, are there?
There's just the 2 Godzilla movies and King Kong.
Right. Okay. Jurassic Park. Probably going to be talking more about the most recent 3. Well, no, the
2.
wait. Oh, sorry, 2. Actually, you know what? Forget what I said. We're going to be talking about all 5 of them because they're all lots of fun. And then the Planet of the Apes series, which I guess we could go back all the way to the Charlton Heston ones too, but I personally have only seen the recent ones, so I don't know.
I had the box set of Planet of the Apes, the original movies, like all 5 of them. I had like
wow.
the physical box set back when we had DVDs in person.
Did that include the Mark Wahlberg one?
Oh, I forgot about that one. No, that did not. But no, that's
That's
hard
the
for,
only
like,
one I've seen.
Oh
Disclaimer.
god.
Planet of the Apes is like a hard one for me because I really like the new trilogy, but I don't necessarily think it's fun. I think it's the best movies out of these four, like by far, and it has fun elements, but I don't know if I'd call it the most fun. And also, I have a bone to pick with MonsterVerse, so I'm going to go through that while I have my opportunity because I've been waiting for this for like 2 years just to complain about MonsterVerse. So here is like they have the same template every movie, and I think this is the worst template to have. And Charlie, I know you disagree with me a little bit because I know you think these are fun, but basically you have a monster protagonist. And the very fact of having a monster protagonist is what makes the rest of the movie bad because these monsters were built to be monsters. They're built to be the bad guys. But when you try to have Godzilla or King Kong being the protagonist, then your human protagonist actually doesn't accomplish anything because you want your monster protagonist to do those things. So you have a main protagonist who doesn't do anything, and you have a bad guy that you're not really that scared of because you saved all the badassery image for your monster protagonist. So you don't really care who your monster is fighting against. You don't care about your human character, and quite frankly, I don't think that they'll be able to figure out a template where I care about anything that's going on as long as you have a monster protagonist. Like, I think that alone ruins everything. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that, but I'm passionate about it.
Whoa, them are fighting words.
Get him,
Out
Charlie.
here, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie, go get him.
I love the MonsterVerse movies, and you know I do. They're so cool. Like it's a giant monster, and he's shooting lasers out of his mouth. It's fun. That's what I want. I'm not there for the plot. I'm there to see monsters with lasers.
But
That is
all
a
I
good
care
point,
about.
Carson. We don't
It
care about
has
how
some
good
cool
it is.
scenes, and it's such a waste though, because also think about it. In 2 movies, Godzilla has died 3 times and come back to life. So there's
Yeah, and it's
zero
thrilling
stake.
every time.
Carson, we don't care. Is it fun? Yes or no?
But it's not fun when I don't care about the people.
Hmm.
I don't care
But
about the
do
people.
you
I
care about
the monster.
Godzilla though?
I want to, like, there's a couple scenes like when I go into YouTube, I've watched a few Godzilla scenes of like just those 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, that's a cool 5 minutes. But that's all I want to see is that 5 minute clip. I don't want to see the rest of the movie.
Okay, but was it fun?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say
But
compared.
Carson, I disagree. When you say that that if you don't care about the characters, it's not fun. I would say as long as it's not boring. You know
But
what
I
I mean?
would
Like
say
like
it's
I
boring.
didn't I
Like,
didn't care about Will Smith or Martin Lawrence or any of those guys in Bad Boys for Life, but it still had its entertaining moments.
but it should be like, I think you need to, like, there's more of a craft that you can to like tease out good monster fights, because by the end of those movies, like, there's a bunch of CGI happening on screen, and to be honest, I don't really care what happens or what the outcome is, because I know what's going to happen. I know Godzilla's going to win, and all the CGI effects, like, they're not doing anything for me. It's not fun. Like, it would, if you had like a protagonist or a story that I was really invested in, when there was a badass Godzilla moment, I'd be like really into it. But by the time that the Godzilla moment happens, I just, like, I don't care. I'm just sitting there being like, okay, whatever.
So it sounds
Okay.
like you're bored.
Sorry?
Okay. How about
Sounds
how
like
about,
you're bored. But-
Yes, I'm bored.
Okay.
how
then
about the
that's not
Peter Jackson King Kong movie? Because that one was loads of fun. Like I can understand that for the Godzilla movies, even though I liked, I think maybe one or one and a half of them, two. But the Peter Jackson King Kong movie was great. I thought that was a lot of fun, and it had characters that you did actually care about. Well, I don't know what you, but I cared about.
Technically not MonsterVerse. Also, I don't remember that King Kong.
King Kong?
Like, I remember there's a T-Rex in it that he fights.
There's
And
three
I remember-
T-Rexes that he fights with Naomi Watts in his hand.
I get that mixed up from the Transformers movies where the Transformers fight the dinosaur monster tech things, whatever they are.
Oh, that's the point of that movie where my eyes glazed over.
But exactly, your eyes glazed over because there was too much shit going on you didn't care about, and that's what I felt about all
No, that's the.
MonsterVerse movies.
I mean for the. Oh, okay. But wait, so why are we not counting the Peter Jackson King Kong for MonsterVerse?
MonsterVerse is technically the universal reboot of this.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they meant to make a bunch more, right? But that all got canceled.
Otherwise, we'd have to bring in all the Godzilla movies, and that's like so much.
Rodan and Mothra, which oh man, I'm kind of on the fence because like I have a foot in both camps of Carson and Charlie because the points where the human characters are the protagonists, like you don't care about them that much or at all in those movies, I agree with. But then also I do want to see the monsters fight, and I do get that, and it's awesome. But then it does, the problem with that is it only makes up like 15% of the movie, which I think they did a better job of that in the most recent Godzilla, where it was more monster fights. But like then the problem is that the characters that you don't really care about are on the screen most of the time.
Not accomplishing anything. Like, I don't know. I just like, especially you have like a movie like a Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson movie, who are very charismatic actors, and they just like, I didn't care anything about what they were doing the whole time. What are your thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts on the Jurassic Park and World universe?
The original Jurassic Park movies are good fun. I mean, who doesn't like dinosaurs? Although I guess they all had dinosaurs, but they were more entertaining. They were less boring.
I'm gonna just go ahead and throw my hat in for this one, just like Carson did for Planet of the Apes. The Jurassic Park series, all of them, like even the most recent Jurassic Park, probably wasn't my favorite out of the 5.
But they're still fun.
They're still so much fun because there's like so much dinosaur mayhem. They mostly follow the same formula, like at least 2 or 3 of them. But
yeah.
I still enjoy. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just twisted because like it's always just the donsters, the dinosaurs, just eventually breaking out and eating everyone.
But I guess dinosaurs are fun, just in general.
I guess as a concept,
yeah.
Charlie, how do you feel about Jurassic Park compared to the MonsterVerse? I'm curious about this.
I mean, dinosaurs are fun. They're cool. If they were shooting lasers out their mouth, it would be better.
What about the one? This is the most recent one where the
I did
laser
not see
guided
the most recent
dinosaurs.
one.
Oh, okay.
I saw the first Jurassic World, and I just found it so boring that I didn't bother to see the second one.
Oof. I'm actually voting for Jurassic Park in this category. So.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
the
on
original ones. I do agree. They're fun
for Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. That would probably be like my second for this category.
Oh,
so I
okay.
wouldn't fight too hard on it, but
sorry. So MonsterVerse is your number 1.
1, yeah.
Okay, all right. And Carson, you just started to say that you would vote Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm actually voting Jurassic. Like, if we were talking which one is the best out of here, which one's my favorite, I'd go Planet of the Apes based on the new movies. But if we're talking about the most fun, like, I actually do like the new Jurassic World and whatever 1 and 2 are called. I think what's his name? Owen Thunderguns, as they call him.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, no,
Prattster.
he's a charismatic guy.
Yeah,
they got good characters, and I mean, dinosaurs are fun. Like the line that Chris Pratt has in the first Jurassic World movies, where it's like, they're dinosaurs. That's cool enough. Like, that's true. You don't need to have them shoot lasers out of their mouth. Like, you can just have a raptor, and it's cool.
That's some shade at Charlie. Some direct shade.
Charlie,
you gotta do more to convince me.
All the movies are the same. I think that's the dinosaurs, they're always doing the same things, and all the movies, they're not. It's not exciting. I know how it's gonna go. Godzilla saves the day in every movie. How dare you?
It's true, actually. He does. Okay, how about...
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to switch gears to the Predator series.
Do you even need
because
to bother?
Oh, come on. That's my second
compared
place,
to the
actually.
others. What were we going to say? What were you going to say?
The Predator movies, that's my second place vote if we were voting like that. But because like it can't dethrone Jurassic Park, but I think just the concept of Predator is a good base, and then just having Arnold for one movie, I think that carries the franchise, because he, like, I don't think there's one movie. Okay, no, that's I was gonna overstep. I was gonna say there's not one.
Adrian
movie where
Brody. Come on.
I wouldn't count him as a very fun guy, like
No.
ever.
No.
When I see Adrian Brody, I think The Pianist, and that's that's not a very fun movie. Although it is a great movie.
I
I
actually
don't know if you
almost took
guys.
Predator out of here because I thought it wouldn't even compare as close to the other three.
I mean, for me, it's right after Jurassic Park, but I'm. It's clear that I'm alone in this, so
You
I'll
know,
just.
no, actually, you're not. You're not. I would agree. But that's mostly because I really don't know much about the other two categories. So,
So what is your vote, Dan?
Jurassic.
Okay.
Oh.
Charlie, it seems like these guys are kind of on the fence, though. Do you have anything you'd like to say for the MonsterVerse to try to convince them to switch to your side, which would force a coin flip?
I mean, Godzilla's on the good guy's side. Are the dinosaurs really on the good guy's side? They eat everybody. At least
You know what?
Godzilla's on our side.
That,
I don't. That doesn't. Sorry, that doesn't sway me. Dinosaurs are just a lot of fun. It's insane.
I've been arguing that with Carson for like several episodes, but now that I think about it, I feel like I like Jurassic Park more because the dinosaurs are not on our side. Like when Blue started being like Chris Pratt's friend and like taking orders, that was when I was like, okay, no, this is not right. I don't know. Sorry, Charlie. I'm firmly firmly in the Jurassic Park camp now.
Okay.
All
She's like,
right.
whatever.
We'll close that one off. We'll call Jurassic Park the winner. We have a lot of movies to get through here. So our next category, which I feel like we're going to have some opinions on, we have our fantasy bucket, which consists of Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Lord of the Rings. Charlie and Dan, I know you guys both have strong opinions on movies in this category, so I'll let one of you two go first.
Take it away, Charlie.
I really hummed and hawed over this one. It was really hard.
What are your
Things
thoughts?
like I don't know. I feel like it came between Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter for me. And I have a really, really tough time deciding between those two.
I'm actually really undecided as well, so.
It's really hard. But then like you watch all the Indiana Jones, you're like, oh crap, this is so much fun. Like it's just exciting.
Is anyone going to be arguing Pirates of the Caribbean in this one, or can we more or less write that off?
I will not.
Yeah, I'm not going to be. But yeah, the other three is a really close one.
Yeah. So for me, it really came down to LOTR and Indy. And you know what? With Lord of the Rings, and sorry, I guess maybe I'll just quickly say, with Harry Potter, I actually have only seen like 3 or 4 of the films, and I never did read the books, so that's kind of out for me just because haven't seen all of them, most of them. But yeah, with LOTR, you know what? They're really well made films. They're very entertaining. They're very fun. They're really good. But with Indy, I think overall they are more fun. It's just there's more humor. There's more like swashbuckling. It's all, you know what I mean? He's swinging around. He's doing his crazy stuff. It's more lighthearted. It's all that stuff. So ultimately, I'm gonna go with Indy on this one, just despite number 4 being ridiculously like dumb. I think that the other 3, just based on the strength of the other 3, I'm going with Indy.
Paul, what are your thoughts in the category?
I am inclined to agree with Dan on this one.
Holy smokes!
Hey, it's not that weird. I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but there are some points where it does drag a little bit. I mean, come on, they're 3 hours each. Not to say that they're not great movies, but like in terms of just pure fun factor, I think Indiana Jones, just like Dan said, just the swashbuckling and the quipping between him
Yeah,
and his dad, and like him and
cheesy
his son.
humor. Yeah,
Yeah, the cheesy humor. And these are like it's I don't know, those iconic moments where it's all, I think, yeah, it's all lighthearted. It doesn't get too I don't know, bogged down in in darkness. That sounds weird. Whatever. And then when it comes to like Pirates of the Caribbean, I tried watching those because I'd only seen the first one, and I tried to watch all of them because I have Disney Plus now. But it just like it kind of all melded into the same movie, so I stopped after like 2.5. And then Harry Potter I also enjoy, but it's a little too dramatic for my for this argument. So I'm sticking with Indy.
Yeah, for me it was between like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, and I guess Harry Potter, like I was maybe a bit too old at that point to like really appreciate them. I'm going Lord of the Rings on this one. I think maybe you guys are forgetting all of the very quotable moments, all of the wonderful scenes, and even like so you have the fun factor from like all the kind of like stupid like quotes and everything that they have, but also just like the Rohirrim charging onto the battlefield on like the third movie. Like it has badass moments like that where it's fun
Boring.
from multiple perspectives.
What? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So I'm going Lord of the Rings.
It was a tough choice. Like Lord of the Rings is not far behind, I would say. Like I really had to think about it. What about you, Paula? Did you have to really? Was that a tough choice for you?
No, I mean, because okay, I'm thinking about it strictly about fun versus like good overall movie, because I give the nod to Lord of the Rings in terms of good overall movie easily.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, but just in terms of like straight, just fun and like I almost said rewatchability, but actually, yeah, even in rewatchability, I would still take Indiana Jones because it's just they're more accessible. It's easier to watch like Indiana Jones for like an hour and a half than a 3 hour Lord of the Rings movie. Even though I like quoting the moments and like the ride of the Rohirrim is like the best charge scene in any
movie history.
yeah. Yeah, I don't like I can't put Lord of the Rings over the top for this one.
Charlie, isn't it dissuade you at all?
Yeah, I agree with them. I think I would go with Indiana Jones.
Oof. I wasn't expecting that.
It's like a Charlie and Carson fight, and Dan and I are just swinging from side to side.
So, will Charlie and Carson ever vote for the same thing? I wonder.
No.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna fight too much on that because I do like Indiana Jones and I actually just rewatched a couple of them recently. They are pretty fun movies, and yeah, they have those like elements of escapism that I was talking about and being grounded in like something that's real. I do like that it's grounded in like, even though I'm raised Catholic, like it's Catholicism is something that's part of our world, even though I don't believe in it. It's like it's still something that's there, and it's easier to believe in something like that than the mythology of like Lord of the Rings universe. So let's plug in Indiana Jones as a winner here.
Wait, who was making the point about escapism? Was it
So that
you?
was me early on.
Oh, okay.
But
Because isn't go ahead.
There was two terms that I was like wanted to mention: escapism, and I forget the other one, but it's something that's often used to describe Indiana Jones, but it's an element of like, this is who you want to be. And like Indiana Jones has that element of like, he's smart and he's an action hero and he can do all these great things. And it's like, yeah, I want to do all of those things. Like, it's not just like dumb action hero. It's like smart action hero kind of guy.
Idolism.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Next bucket, adventure. So in this one, we have the James Bond franchise, all of them. Fast and the Furious, I think there's 9 now, including Hobbs and Shaw. Mission Impossible, and then the Mummy franchise. I'm TBD on whether to include the new Tom Cruise one as part of the Mummy franchise. It does have the Book of the Dead in it, so there is that tie over, but for the most part, we're talking about the old Brendan Fraser ones. So, someone go first.
Paulo, go for it.
Oh, geez, fine. I'll go first. This is an easy choice for me. I'm not going to go into too much detail for all of them because it's clearly the Mummy that should move on. The Mummy franchise, even did you sigh, Dan?
No, it's because I was thinking the same thing, and I'm like, Jesus, we can't keep voting this the same thing.
It's okay. It's a Carson and Charlie fight. We already determined this. But yeah, the Mummy, even with like a terrible movie like the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, I think the strength of the two Brendan Fraser, or sorry, the first and the second Mummy movie, those are just too much fun on the level of Indiana Jones almost, I think. Even more campy, I would say. And then James Bond is like it's the Lord of the Rings effect where they're good movies. I mean the newer ones. The older ones are a lot of fun, but they're not as good or whimsical as the Mummy. um so yeah, I just in a pure fun factor I'd say the Mummy. I'm not even going to mention Fast and the Furious.
Fair. I like how you use the words whimsical, and campy for the Mummy, because those are perfect. That's sorry, I'm sighing again. But yeah, that is exactly
It's the
how I
spirit.
feel. Yes, it's right. It's the same. It comes back to right. Same reasons basically why you and I both really dig Indiana Jones as like this really fun movie series. So yeah, I'm gonna have to concur.
Charlie?
Yeah, I was gonna go with the Mummy too.
Yeah.
I was really on the fence between The Mummy and Mission Impossible. Mission
Yes.
Impossible has really, really good action scenes. And I really appreciate like the amount of fun that they've put into like keeping you on the edge of your seat. Cause like there's so many action scenes these days, it's so like hard to make something that's unique. But they've managed to accomplish having like one or two action scenes every movie that are just like really, really fun and really like keep you on the edge of your seat. So I want to show some love for that. But I also really like the Mummy franchise, so I'm not at all upset with like if it goes forward.
Like it's funny because the Mission Impossible movies, they've steadily got more and more fun. It's like because I feel like the first one was very serious. They tried to be like a serious spy movie in the spirit of James Bond, but sorry, the more recent James Bonds. But as time went on, they just slowly got more ridiculous, which I
Yeah,
appreciate,
it
especially for
had
this
to
argument.
one up itself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like they had to make it each more ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's an interesting parallel with Fast and the Furious there because the first Fast and the Furious was actually kind of grounded.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't too much ridiculous stuff going on, and they've done that same thing of trying to one up themselves, but they've gone way too over the top. Whereas like Mission Impossible is still like it feels like they're pulling it off every time. So it's like both those franchises have kind of found a new vision later on in the franchise. Um, I guess like Fast and Furious has its audience and it's doing something successful because it makes a lot of money, but I'm hoping no one's gonna show appreciation for that here. Charlie.
For which ones? Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't watch them.
Oh, okay, good. We
I
can
mean,
agree on something.
I'll give one shout out to Fast and Furious for the second movie, which funny enough is probably like the worst one of the series, just because of the time that I watched it in high school. It was just complete. It was one of the completely ridiculous ones that I do like, just because it's funny to laugh at.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
No, oh no, wait, that's the second one. Sorry,
You're
I
talking
think the
about
third
Tokyo
one is
Drift.
Tokyo Drift.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
That's
I was
the
like,
last
gonna
one I
say,
saw, and I love that one.
Yeah, hey, there we go.
That's
But-
the only
Last
one I
one
have
I
not
saw.
seen.
Oh, it's so good.
Because it's like I would compare it to the Spider-Man 3, where it's clearly like as a movie technically it's the worst one, but just because of what's happening, it's just so funny and enjoyable to watch. But I
And-
still,
Toretto's not really in it, right? Like it's the other guy.
he's in it at the very end.
Yeah.
He has a cameo just to tie it into the universe. And then the random guy who's the star of the Tokyo Drift movie, I think he appears in one of the other Fast and the Furious movies as like a cameo, just to remind everyone, oh, he's
Didn't he die though? And then they brought him back.
no, the Asian guy died in that one. Han.
Oh, you're talking about the white guy in Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah, the main white
Mm.
guy, because you can't have an Asian lead in a movie called Tokyo Drift.
Okay, so The Mummy, moving on. I think that's our first unanimous decision. Next category is cops, and we've talked about this previously in the podcast. But for this one, we have Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Rush Hour, and Men in Black. I think there's a few franchises here we appreciate. So, Paulo, I think you want to talk about this one, so go ahead.
Oh man, I'm getting tired. Well, it's gonna be another easy decision for me. I'm gonna say, actually, sorry, not easy. It comes down to two for me: Rush Hour and Men in Black. But I give Rush Hour the nod
Knew it.
because while they both have bad third movies, the third movie of Rush Hour is clearly better than the third movie of Men in Black, even though I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the third Men in Black?
I haven't yet. I will.
I would say it's the second best movie in that franchise.
What?
I really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
Because my argument on this one, because I was going back and forth between Rush Hour and Men in Black, is that each movie, each franchise, or each trilogy, sorry, the original trilogies, have one bad movie. For Rush Hour, it's number 3. Men in Black, it's number 2. And I would have actually said that Men in Black 3 is what props up that trilogy for me. It's pretty good.
Oh, sorry. Men in Black has 4 movies.
Yeah, we're not talking about international.
Sorry, I was talking about the 4th one. That's the one I haven't seen. I've seen 3, and I don't mind 3. 3 is good, but 4 I haven't seen, and I've heard it's bad. So I'm just like blindly saying it's bad to suit my argument.
I agree, it's not very good, but I still appreciate Men in Black. Lethal Weapon, I also rewatched recently when we did our episode about buddy cop movies, and those are really fun movies as well. Like those are fun characters, and like it doesn't take itself very seriously, but it's also like a lot of cool shit happens, and it's like it has that cool factor of like you kind of want to be these guys.
Yes.
Between Lethal Weapon, like if we're going to the other side, and between Lethal Weapon and Die Hard, I would actually lean more towards Die Hard. It's kind of like the ridiculous tone, especially in the later. Actually, no, all of them are pretty ridiculous. Lethal Weapon is a little more serious. Granted, not a lot more serious, but
Really?
Lethal Weapon.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. It's filled with silly, ridiculous stuff. I mean, in the one, I think it's Lethal Weapon 2. He's freaking Mel Gibson is in the straitjacket in the police office, and they're all tossing bets on like if he can get out. I mean, come on, man, that is freaking
Well,
silly
yeah,
as hell.
there's moments, but I think the more like there was the part of like Mel Gibson struggling with his his mental illness, right?
But that's also what makes you cheer for him when he does well, is because like you've seen him like be down in the gutter, and it's like, okay, you want him to come back and succeed.
Yeah, but I mean that's
And
not.
that's only a small part. That's only a part of the first one.
I wouldn't add that to the fun factor though.
But
like
it's only a
uplifting,
small
maybe.
part. It's only a small part.
No, I know. I'm not saying that it's most of it. I'm just saying like
Think of them fighting Jet Li
yeah.
at the end of 4, was it?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. The numbers all meld together
With
for
the
me.
founding
Kinda do.
fathers.
But I mean, in the end, it doesn't really matter because I'm voting for Rush Hour.
Dude, I knew it. Like going into this, I'm like, all right, well, Paulo. But that's fair. That's fair. It's not. They're not. They're good. Rush
Yeah.
Hour's a lot of fun. Absolutely.
Wait, so are we gonna have like a 4-way tie here? Is like Charlie, which one are you voting for?
Definitely Rush Hour.
Yes.
Ooh.
So Dan, are you going Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like Lethal Weapon, Rush Hour, Men in Black. I was gonna vote Men in Black. I almost want to just like force the tie, just to like force a coin flip here, but I kind of feel like Men in Black is my 1 and Rush Hour is my number 2. So I think I'm gonna vote for Men in Black and keep it at 2-1-1.
We scooped it, Charlie.
I guess Dan, do you want to argue that or fight or try to get me to vote for Lethal Weapon at all?
Not really. We'll let them have it. It's fine.
Okay, next one, superheroes. So we have Marvel and DC. We are only talking about the MCU and the DCEU, so none of the Nolan trilogy, none of the original Batman movies or Superman ones, just the current DCEU. We also have X-Men, and then we're going to have a little bit of overlap for Spider-Man, because I'm going to include the Tom Holland movies in there, even though those are also MCU, but we're going to include all 3 trilogies in the Spider-Man one. I'm going to show my cards right off the bat here. I really don't want the MCU to win this one, even though I do appreciate it. But for me, it's just like there's so much mediocrity and it's just like so boring over time. I just want it to be done. Spider-Man's definitely getting my vote for both like good fun and also bad funny as well.
Well said, sir. But I'm gonna have to. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to go with MCU. I think overall, you look at all those movies, they're virtually all, except with maybe a couple exceptions. But when you look at how freaking many movies there are, a couple exceptions is like nothing. But they are almost all a lot of fun. Geez, I think to myself, was I really bored watching any of them? Not really. No,
Not even
except for
Thor
those
2?
couple exceptions. Right, that's one of the couple exceptions. Absolutely. But that for the most part, they are a lot of fun. The characters are great. They have, they're like they all have their individual quirks, and you kind of know, you're kind of like, oh, Iron Man, he's just really silly and stuff. Oh, Captain America, he's more serious, and da 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 da. And Guardians of the Galaxy is just tons of fun. Yeah, so I have to go with MCU. Charlie. Oh, what was that, Paulo?
Sorry, I was just gonna say I'm going last.
Okay.
Oh, so me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, plot twist. I'm agreeing with Carson.
Whoa.
I mean, I don't think we would match up maybe our complete rankings, but Spider-Man would be my number one.
I need
They're
to
just
hear
they're
why.
good. They're always good. See, for me, it would be Spider-Man, DC, MCU, then X-Men, and I know Carson wouldn't agree with that.
Sorry, what's your ranking?
Spider-Man, DC, MCU, X-Men.
I'm actually going to agree with that 100% because the DCEU
Really?
has such fun
Oh.
rewatch value. I've rewatched Batman vs Superman probably like 4 times now, and it's just like it's almost they're good bad movies because I hated them when they came out because I had expectations of them, and now that those expectations are gone, I can just appreciate some of like the fun.
I thought
cool
I was gonna have to fight you on this because I
No,
rewatched. Like I rewatched them all. I rewatched Justice League last week. Like it's one of my favorite movies. I watch it all the time.
I rewatched it like a month ago.
Yeah. Where are you counting Venom in this?
This is insane.
Venom, I would put as part of the Spider-Man universe.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
I'm
yeah,
a
I
little-
love Venom. I
I'm a
rewatch
little
that one all the
shocked
time.
too, Paulo.
I would not agree with Venom, but
I
Um,
love Venom. Watch it all the time.
I also want to give some appreciation for Andrew Garfield because a lot of people kind of look at that as like the bad trilogy or the bad movies of the bunch, but like he's a really fun Spider-Man. He's not a very good Peter Parker. And like in terms of him like being quippy while he was going along, like we didn't get that during the Sam Raimi trilogy, and like Sam Raimi was good for a kind of a different reason. But that's when Spider-Man started to be fun again in the way that we kind of all know Spider-Man is like fun and quippy and kind of a young guy. And I think Spider-Man, like Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't good, but Amazing Spider-Man 1 was fine. Like it was perfectly reasonable. Had a big giant lizard guy trying to transform other people into lizards.
Yeah, a bit ridiculous.
This is hard.
Come
This
on,
one is hard.
Paulo. Come on, Paulo. You got the humor,
Well-
right? Guardians, Ant-Man, Thor 3. You've got the
Okay.
badassery, all of them, and you've got the least amount of boring.
Remember when Peter Parker turned emo and danced jazz?
Stop. Okay, that's not fair. You
Forget
can't
about
do
that.
to me. Because let's all be silent for a second. Because okay. Oh my God. Because it's almost not fair to have the whole MCU as one, like.
But it is. Movie
That's
also-
rankings ain't fair, man.
There's a lot of mediocrity in there. Like it's watered down a lot.
I wouldn't say a lot of mediocrity though.
Right.
Like
There's a
it's-
little.
of all the franchises, the MCU is clearly the most consistent.
It's too consistent. Every time I go in to see an MCU movie, I know what I'm getting. They all follow the same formula.
It's consistently
Not
fun.
exciting.
I mean, you're both right though. Like you know what you're getting, but then it's usually good. Like I haven't.
Remember, guys, it's not about what's good. It's about what's fun.
No, good and fun. That's what I'm
I
saying.
know, but I'm saying, like, I'm trying to say, like, don't think
Yeah.
what's good, because yeah, if we're talking about what's good, that I would probably argue differently.
But then at the same time, there's the soft spot in my heart for emo Spider-Man.
Dude,
And
that's one film.
no,
Don't
But,
let
like,
that one film
Spider-Man
do
1
it.
and 2 from the Sam Raimi trilogy are fun, but for a
those were
different
also
reason.
good.
Like, they're just
Yeah.
good, solid movies, and you like Peter Parker being awkward and like all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
just fixate
remember
on
the scene when he's on the roof and he's testing out his webs for the first time?
Go Web Go. Yeah, no, like the whole first trilogy is great and fun. The whole Tom Holland trilogy, but then that's like because it has MCU influence, so that's kind of hard, almost arguing against it.
Yeah.
But also, I don't want MCU to win because it's probably just gonna demolish everything else because it's the fucking MCU. It's like this is like real life.
Dude, no children will die as a result of this voting.
No,
right.
this is serious. We're not doing this for fun. This fun bracket is not for fun.
It's the fun is all serious for you.
Yeah,
But dude,
no,
think Guardians. Guardians, man. Guardians.
I need some help on this one. You guys have to argue more, and then I'll just make my
I
decision.
just almost never feel the urge to rewatch MCU movies. I see it in the theaters, I go, that was great, and then I never think about it again.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I'd rather watch a DCEU movie that has like a little bit like more cheesiness and more like something new, something different. Where at this point, even MCU, like they use the same camera for every single movie. Like it's gray and it just feels so boring. Even though like you do have some wonderful characters like Star-Lord, Iron Man, they're wonderful characters. I don't think anyone's doubting that. But it's just like I feel like I'm enjoying some of the new movies just based on some of the strength of like one Guardians of the Galaxy is making you enjoy more movies, even though those movies themselves aren't that great. Whereas like Spider-Man, it's like you
Like
never
what?
know what you're gonna get.
What's not that great?
Guardians 2 is not like it has some moments, but it's not
It's
like
not as good as one. True.
I would argue that the strength of Guardians 2 is more based on the non-fun stuff than it is the fun stuff. Like there's some like serious moments and like the connection between Yondu and Rocket is like okay that makes it good, doesn't necessarily make it fun.
I don't
And then
know.
like the event like the new
I thought it was fun. Remember, fun doesn't just necessarily mean funny. Entertaining, right? Badassery. That's fun.
I don't know, like MCU isn't like it's just I'm annoyed. I'm done with the MCU. Like Spider-Man just like it's more interesting. You don't know what you're gonna get.
I think I've made my decision. I'm gonna derail the MCU train just for parity in the bracket. Sorry, Dan. I hope this doesn't cause a rift between all of our agreements.
I'll remember this.
Before I agree with the Widnowskis. Oh shoot, sorry. Should I not say your last name on the
That's
internet?
fine. We also
Security
haven't mentioned Charlie's my sister. We haven't ever
Oh, okay.
mentioned
Let's let it all out there. Their address is yeah, no, before I completely agree with you guys on Spider-Man because Into the Spider-Verse was probably the best.
Right, I forgot about that.
I actually forgot about that too. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was amazing. I just want to make it clear that I'm disagreeing with the DCEU. And
I'm okay with that as long as the MCU
That's
is
my
out.
Cannot believe Carson and I agreed on that. I was expecting a fight.
I have a soft spot for DC, so
I feel like it was not always that way. I feel like you were making fun of me for enjoying it.
Really, Charlie? I've known this about Carson for a while now.
yeah, he's the DC guy in our work circle.
she has clearly not listened to our podcast.
But that's okay.
Oh, I listen to it every time.
So speaking of heavy favorites in the MCU, let's go to another heavy favorite, I'm sure, for this competition in the sci-fi category. We have Star Wars up. And it's going to be going against Alien, Star Trek, and Terminator. I feel like it's not going to be a lot of Alien and Terminator love here, but guys, correct me if I'm wrong. So I feel like this is going to be a Star Wars versus Star Trek. I really want Star Wars to not win this competition, but I feel like it's going to be hard not to vote for it in this category. But I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts?
I would agree with that, Carson, that if this was about like just quality, like quote unquote good versus bad movies, then yeah, probably not Star Wars when you look at the whole, like the franchise as a whole. But ultimately, I'm going with Star Wars with this being the fun category or the fun theme because here's what swayed me, because I really did think about this. Ultimately, with Star Wars, even the bad ones are more fun than the bad Star Trek movies. You know what I mean? Like I'm more likely to watch personally. I'm more likely to watch the the Star Wars prequels than like the really bad Star Trek movies.
So I agree with you, but and in a weird way, even though the sequels are probably better movies than the prequels, I enjoy the prequels so much more. For me, they're like fun, bad movies, and there's like still some stuff to enjoy in there. Whereas like the sequels, I'm
Agreed.
just so done with.
Agreed. Like I never at the time when the prequels were new, or the kind of still the newest, I should say. I don't think man, I would never have pictured myself kind of agreeing with that sentiment. But yes, that as bad as the Star Wars prequels are, they actually are fun because it's that they're bad movie kind of fun. Like they're goofy and they're whimsical, they're silly, all that kind of stuff.
It's like a big budget, low budget bad movie. Like, I don't know, Charlie, Paulo, you feel free to chime in.
Yeah, I feel like Star Wars is like one of the first franchises you like fall in love with as a little kid. And that's for a reason. They're so much fun. Like it's Jedi and lightsabers and space and aliens. Like, come on. Got everything.
Yeah, I'd agree with that because that Star Wars was the ultimate escapism for me, which is why there's so much of a base of how much I love it from being a kid. And surprisingly, Star Trek, I don't think it would be second for me because of Dan's point, where the bad Star Trek movies are not as good as the bad Star Wars movies. So I'd put Alien above Star Trek in terms of being fun. Because Alien has the ridiculous factor for, I think, almost all of them. Because after the first Alien movie, which is like just a straight up good horror movie, they all just kind of went like.
I actually really
strange.
enjoy the two more recent ones more than most people of the Alien franchise, but I wouldn't call them fun. I would say like they're pretty good movies, but I wouldn't argue them in a battle of fun.
Wait, which two are the most recent? They're
Prometheus and Alien, whatever it's called.
oh
Not Requiem.
that yeah
Was that
one.
it?
No, I think that's the fourth one.
No,
Prometheus
Resurrection.
Oh, Resurrection.
Okay.
Resurrection's
sorry.
the fourth one. The new one, I forget what it's called.
Yeah, no, sorry. The two most recent, I wouldn't call fun either. They're good movies, so they're in like the Lord of the Rings category. But then like the earlier Alien movies, so like from what Alien to Aliens.
Aliens is a really fun movie.
Yeah, Aliens
Yeah, it
to
is. Space
to
Marines and stuff. Yeah.
oh, what's in the middle? Does Alien versus Predator count?
It's part of the franchise, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, those movies are bad, but they're
terrible.
they're
but
They're just
they're
bad.
funny.
those
like
are an example of movies that I know are bad, but I can rewatch them because I don't know actually. I don't even particularly think they're that
It's-
fun, but
Dude, you know why? It's because you can just have it on in the background.
okay,
Like
that's
you
why.
don't
Yeah.
need to really pay attention. Seriously, you just have this thing running, and
Okay. No, you know what? I think that is it. But just the Alien movies, so like Aliens to Alien Resurrection or Alien 3, I enjoy those as fun, and I think those are stronger than the two Star Trek movies that I think are fun, which are the most recent. Wait, the three, which are the most recent ones. So it's close. I don't know. Star Wars easily above, and then Alien and Star Trek are like up there after.
I'm gonna move Star Wars ahead. I think we will discuss that more later on. But let's move on to the next bracket around horror, which Paulo, I feel like you're the only one who cares about this bracket. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I am very easy to sway because I have opinions, but they're not very strong. But in this category, we have the Saw movies, Conjuring, the Chucky movies, which are called something else, which I forget, Child's Play, and then the Of the Dead movies. So the George Romero, is it Romero? Yeah. So Paulo, do you want to start us off?
Before I do, I'm curious. Does anyone care about these?
No.
Saw like is just gory and creepy for me. I don't think that's particularly fun. I saw one Chucky movie. It was the one where the main character, the guy, the kid, was like in the military, like he was at some boot camp. Do you remember that one? And
Vaguely. I don't.
yeah, and I just remember there's this one scene when Chucky replaces the paint bullets with like real bullets because they could go on some training exercise, but then the one side actually has live rounds, and it was anyway. I found that kind of creepy.
That was
But
creepy?
that's it. Well, like it was memorable, but it was also
okay.
just like, oh my god. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I have full like control of this one, but I don't even. I can't even.
You gotta convince us, buddy.
Okay. Well, I have a tie, kind of. Yeah. I'm just gonna completely disregard Saw and Conjuring because I do not find those fun at all. Like, in terms
Why
of
are they on the bracket then?
well, like in terms of horror franchises, they're pretty well known, and I don't deny that they're like they have a following and they're for the
Dude.
most part good franchises.
Wait a minute. Wait, what about Evil Dead? How come that was not on here?
Okay, well
Bruce
it's too
Campbell.
late for that now.
I
I mean
Because-
that would win easily. I think maybe even the whole bracket, but
We can add
maybe-
Evil Dead in here.
you want to
We
just
just,
remove
scr-
Conjuring and put
yeah.
Evil Dead.
There we go.
Scratch.
Putting it in here.
He's doing it in real time.
Okay, now I can't take control of this because
I don't love Evil Dead, I think, as much as a lot of people do. I would definitely vote for the Of the Dead trilogy, or whatever, however many movies there are. Mainly on the strength of Dawn of the Dead, not just the new one, but the old one as well. Like, just the idea of being trapped in a mall during an apocalypse is just like such a fun idea. And then Day of the Dead is just so like way over the top that it's just fun from a different perspective. So I would definitely say Of the Dead for me.
okay, well, okay, I'm gonna put my three main points down, one each for Evil Dead, Chucky, and then of the George A. Romero of the Dead series. Of the Dead, the George A. Romero ones. Okay, just zombie movies in general. I think they're always fun, except for like the more dramatic ones, which can be good movies, but still not fun. The George A. Romero ones, there's always something different about each of them. So even the bad ones, like I think there's Diary of the Dead, where it's like a found footage one, and it's like from a camera point of view. I don't even I wouldn't classify it as a good movie, but it was interesting, and the series is always very different for the most part. There's a few outliers, and then the Chucky, I think I would have ranked that, or the Child's Play ones, I would have ranked that number one until you put Evil Dead in there. But just the fact, like the ridiculous factor, I think is probably the highest out of any franchise on our bracket because it's a doll killing people. And like Dan mentioned, there's like these ridiculous ways in I think all the Chucky movies where he like where he does his murderer thing. And I think it's just I don't know if I just have a weird sense of humor, but I just find that kind of funny, and I don't particularly enjoy horror movies when they're too scary because I'm a wuss. And I think Chucky is the most enjoyable out of all of them. And then Evil Dead is just its own beast because it's the campy comedy of the Evil Dead series. I think it's just I think how could you not like it? Even the new ones, which were more serious, I think they were really really good movies. So I don't know. It's a three-way tie for me now. I need your guys' help.
No. We need your help.
Well, I narrowed it down to 3, so that's my help.
Well, not helpful, buddy. I'm taking your cue here. All right. Here. Pick between Evil Dead and Chucky.
Wait, no, hold on, because we have a vote for the Of the Dead series from Carson.
Yeah, forget about him though.
Wait, okay, hold on, Charlie. What would you lead towards in this one?
I mean, my personal preference is you cannot pay me to watch a horror movie. They are not fun for me. I have no opinion.
So she's a bit of a wild card. Because you have to vote for something.
Yeah, and I have no opinion of my own on this.
So Paulo, I'm
Okay.
asking you to pick
Hold on.
between Evil Dead and Chucky.
Hold on. Would it be a factor if the movie wasn't actually scary? It was just enjoyable, because that would lead you away from that would lead you closer to like Evil Dead
Yeah.
or Chucky.
Definitely, if you don't like horror, Evil Dead or Chucky would be more up your alley.
Then mine would not be Chucky because dolls are terrifying.
Okay. So guess what, Dan? There's a three-way tie now because I'm on Chucky, Charlie's on Evil Dead, and Carson's on the Of the Dead trilogy. Or sorry, not trilogy, series.
You're on Chucky. That's what
Yeah.
you're choosing. Okay.
And I'm kind of doing it just to be a shit disturber.
Well, Paulo, my friend, as they say, you always have my sword. So I'm with you on this. I'm with you too, as someone said.
That's a big
Luke-
surprise.
Luke Skywalker said that. I'm with you too.
He never said that.
He did in Return of the Jedi when
That's
they're
right.
doing the Mon Mothma scene where she's doing the thing, and they're like, "Oh, I'll join
yeah.
you."
But he says, "I'm with you too."
Yeah, because he's not even in the room for the briefing, and then
Yeah.
like that's when
Yeah,
Han
he doesn't
Solo
even
reveals that
know-
he signed up for it, and
He
then he
doesn't
just like
even
walks
know-
in.
He doesn't even know what's going on, and he decides to join them.
Well, that's a testament to his loyalty.
True.
All right.
Okay, let's get to our last category here, which is going to be an interesting conversation because we have Toy Story, Mamma Mia, Back to the Future, and The Matrix. Charlie, I'm going to give you a minute or two to convince us to not completely disregard Mamma Mia, because that's exactly what the three of us are going to do.
That's just a personal preference. So you're probably just saying, oh, it's a chick flick and you don't watch it. That's not fair to it. It is the most fun movies.
Why?
Just because you don't personally like it, it's so just ridiculous and happy. So it's a musical. Maybe you don't like musicals and you're counting that against it. But just it's ABBA songs. They're singing, they're on the beach. It's just so much fun. The end credit scene, everyone's just dressed up in spandex ABBA outfits singing. It's so much fun.
Okay.
I
Dan,
actually don't mind musicals, but it's going to be really hard to convince me away from The Matrix.
And to convince me
Mamma
away
Mia
from
is like
Back to the
pure joy to me. Mamma Mia is just joy in movie form. It's
So
incredible.
Charlie, are you? So that's it. You're locked in. You're not voting
Yeah.
for anything else. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go Toy Story, so this is a four-way tie right now.
Wait, it's a four-way tie. Dan, are
I'm
you on Back to the
Future,
Future?
man. I
Oh
grew up with
shit.
that shit.
All
I
right,
love it.
so how about everyone gets about 30 seconds to argue their point for their movies and see if you can convince anyone to come to your side. I'll go first then. Toy Story for me, like it reaches so many different audiences. Like it's fun if you're a young kid. It's young if you're an adult, like watching it with your young kid. It's also like I watched Toy Story 4 by myself, and it was still a good movie. And it's like so surprising that these movies should be bad, but like Toy Story 2, they taught existentialism to kids unknowingly. And then like Toy Story 3 was still emotional. Toy Story 4 did like its own complete thing. And like for me, that's such a good trilogy. I was actually going to take it as a wild card to go the distance in this bracket. I'm surprised that you guys aren't on that as well. But I have a lot of appreciation for the Toy Story franchise.
I don't know, but that description doesn't sound like fun.
Agreed.
Like I recognize that like Toy Story 1 and 2. Okay, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 are like iconic children's movies, which I'm totally on board with. But like pure like on when we're talking about like action fun, I don't think you can.
But okay, it's a kids movie. It doesn't have action fun.
But-
But like, remember the first movie, and you got like Sid, you got the aliens,
Yeah.
and like you got the pizza place, you got all that like cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
And there's just like there's a lot of fun characters. There's a very like whimsical nature to it, which I think is just appreciable.
I mean, maybe if you asked me when I was like 12, I would have preferred Toy Story over The Matrix. But like now, I do which is not taking away anything from Toy Story. I just naturally prefer The Matrix. I don't know. I'm not even gonna be mad if the Matrix loses, because this is my least. I have the least interest in this category.
So wait, Paulo, but why don't you explain, like, why is the Matrix fun? Like, remember, it's good, but why
Yeah.
is it like fun?
You can learn kung fu in a second.
Yeah. Okay. So there's like
no kung fu.
there's that kind of escapism, and like Neo is the ultimate blank slate where you can just imagine like, oh, now I know kung fu. Like I'm in that world. Everything's not real. Like I remember when I watched The Matrix the first time, and I could like just imagine to myself like, whoa, what if these are all machines? You know? I had a
So,
little like a
I
stoner
think
moment.
Matrix 1 is a lot of fun. I think, like, but once that whole goddamn you Cypher thing is done, and you know, believe it or not, you son of a bitch, you're still gonna burn. You know, once all that shit was done, and then we get into 2 and 3, I think the fun factor just really took a bit of a nosedive.
I would disagree. I think the fun factor just skyrocketed because they just
All right, now
gave
you're
up.
just
No,
now you're just
hear,
being facetious.
hear me out. Hear me out. They just gave up on like the philosophical, like existential conversations. They had like one or two in Matrix Reloaded, but then it just became like fight scene with ghost martial artists and like 50 million Agent Smiths, and like it's just pure action.
Yeah, okay. So I get how, like, right, how action scenes are fun and blah blah blah, but that action scene was kind of just boring. Because you can have action scenes that are boring.
I disagree. I think the action scenes are actually really fun. Like once you I think when you rewatch them or watch them for the first time, you had an expectation of it being as good as like the Matrix 1, but like Matrix 2 and 3, once you get past the point that they're bad and you can just appreciate like a fun stupid action scene, like he throws an Agent Smith at other Agent Smith and there's bowling pin sounds.
And he uses one Agent Smith as like a lasso, or like a what's it called? Like a mace, just swinging him around
Like a
his head.
flail. Yeah.
Oh no, that was like a signpost or whatever.
And
Just
I will
like-
actually disagree with your point around them giving up on philosophical stuff, because everyone in Matrix 2 and 3, like every character represents a philosophical background.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Well-
like they really doubled down on that element of it,
Which is
while
not
still
fun.
maintaining fun.
Which is the opposite of fun.
Thinking
Hey,
is fun, Dan.
I had lots of fun studying philosophy in university. I just ruined what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter. I feel like I would have, if Mamma Mia wasn't in this category, I feel like I would have Charlie's vote as well
For what?
for the Matrix.
I have never made it through a Matrix movie. I have never made it through a Matrix movie.
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
I get
then.
so bored, I give up.
Charlie, even Matrix 1?
I've never made it through.
Holy crap. Wait, why
Sorry.
is this person on the podcast?
I thought the biggest surprise was that Carson and Charlie agreed on the superhero bracket, but now this has just blown me out of the water.
I'm actually leaning towards the Matrix a little bit. Like I appreciate Toy Story, but if I definitely like Matrix isn't even like number 2 here for me.
Hey, put your arms down, pal.
No one can
Yeah.
see us, Dan, when we post this, so.
I know. I just had to say that though.
What about
Well-
Back to the Future? We haven't talked about that at all.
Yeah, well, Back to the Future is clearly the funnest out of all these. All the movies, not just the first one, are very fun. They're very iconic. They don't take themselves seriously at all. There's a bit of that silly, campy humor. They're extremely rewatchable. I mean, Michael J. Fox is just charismatic as hell. It's amazing to watch him do his thing, and him and the bad guy Biff. Like Biff is just some silly brute of a guy, and he always outsmarts him. And I don't know. To me, I mean, obviously there's some nostalgia here, to be sure, but for me, Back to the Future will always be one of the greatest movie series. Like right up there with, like, we talked about it, but right up there with like Indiana Jones, for example.
I'm really not a big fan of Back to the Future. I think it's super overrated.
Oh, Carson.
And I haven't seen any of them, so it's a tall order for you
Oh
to.
my gosh. Okay, well then there's obviously no way I'm convincing you.
Sorry, Dan. It's funny. It would be easier to convince me of Mamma Mia because I'm familiar with the music than it would be to convince me to Back to the
I think so.
Future.
That's a blood insult.
I'm sorry, Dan. Even though you threw your sword in for me at for Chucky.
Oh, gee, all right. You know what? That's it. That's it. You can go to fucking Mordor alone. That's to you.
So I'm gonna switch my vote and go to the Matrix. Charlie, are you gonna stick with Mamma Mia? Dan, are you gonna stick with Back to the Future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take a moral stand. I respect it.
Okay, so Matrix moves on. And then so we have 8 movies remaining before we do kind of finalize that bracket. We have a bit of getting to know you questions for our 2 guests here. Paulo, you can take it away.
All right. So, like we usually do whenever we have guests on our podcast, which is every time, except for the one time Carson and I had a solo, a pair podcast. Doesn't matter. We're going to get to know our guests. Strangely enough, this is 2 hours into the podcast, but we're going to get to know our guests a little more. Charlie, we've already mentioned you are Carson's sister. You are going to go first. Are
Okay.
you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Just so you're prepared, not totally prepared, but what's happening here? I have 5 random rapid fire questions. You are not allowed to think for more than 10 seconds about your answer. Okay?
Or explain your answer. Just give an answer.
Yeah, just give your
Okay,
answer.
perfect.
If we want to talk about it later when it's done, then you can explain yourself. But once you lock into an answer, it's set in stone. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Number 1. This is a poorly written question, but when do you send your T or God, which time period do you send your T-100 if you're Skynet to kill John Connor?
I have no idea.
Actually, sorry, let me rephrase that one.
What?
Sorry, okay, from the Terminator series, they sent the Terminator, the T-1000, back in time to kill the protagonist. If you had a Terminator, where would you send him at any point in time for your own use?
Gosh, I wish I could
Just
answer.
personal gain, or like I'm sending him back to like get rid
Anything.
of Donald Trump? Like, what are we talking here?
Anything, whatever you want.
I mean, sure, yeah, he's taking out Donald Trump then.
Okay. I feel like we've lost a lot of our listeners, but
Colin, I hope you're
You
not
don't need
listening.
that.
question 2: what Hogwarts house are you in, and what gets you expelled from school?
Hufflepuff. I don't know. I don't plan on getting expelled.
If you were to ever get expelled, why would it be?
I can't imagine the scenario.
So you would never get expelled. I mean, that's a fair answer too.
It's a very Hufflepuff answer.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Describe how your saw trap kills you.
I've never seen a Saw movie. I don't know what that means.
If you could make an elaborate death trap, what would it be like?
10 seconds to answer that question.
I'll extend your time a bit. If you could just make up something random.
I've got nothing. What?
Old age? All right, old age. What kind of toy are you in Toy Story?
I don't know. A doll?
All right. Oh shoot. Where did my sorry, I'm missing a question. Time out. I have it. Here it is. What existing story or like character, movie, etc. would you like to see turned into a musical?
A musical? Oh god.
Would you
I
like
would
to
love
see
a Star Wars musical. That would be fun.
a Star Wars music? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would watch that. Okay, Dan, are you ready?
I would want to hear the Wookiee singers
The
in that
Wookiees.
musical. Yep, go for it, buddy boy.
Okay, number 1. What kind of dinosaur would you genetically create to attract people to your Dan Rassick park?
That I would genetically create. I've always liked Stegosaurus, but raptors are cool too. So I would do like a raptor with the plates, the
Detail.
bone plates out of its back.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay,
it would,
interesting.
yeah.
What Middle Earth race are you, and where do you hide your ring of power?
Well, of course. I'm a hobbit. I yeah. Sorry, I was gonna do Samwise Gamgee there, but then I stopped. I ain't dropping a weave, sir. I ain't dropping a weaves. Where would I hide the ring? Where would I hide it? I would put it in the. Oh, you know when they go to Moria
Yes.
and there's the tentacled creature
Oh.
that like attacks them. I would like give it to put it throw it to that creature so it swallows it.
Okay, what
That'll
is
be
your
hard to get.
what is your X-Men mutation?
Super speed.
Okay, who's your buddy cop partner? Could be anyone.
Captain Panaka.
And what's your so you know how Bond villains like one has metal teeth, one has diamonds stuck to his face. What's your Bond villain quirk if you're a Bond villain?
To movie quotes. He's amazing at quoting at like one-liner movie quotes.
Just
Like
from Lord of the
Bumblebee.
Rings.
What was that, Carson?
I was like, you're just like Bumblebee.
Oh, sure. Bumblebee. Yeah, just like that.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's keep trucking along in this as we are approaching 2 hours here. We're actually only at hour and a half because we had 20 minutes of free time. Okay, so we have 8 movies left. We have Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, The Mummy, Rush Hour, Spider-Man, Star Wars, Chucky, and The Matrix. One of those is not like the others. I feel like Chucky does not deserve to be here, but that's just my opinion.
Hey.
Okay, let's go to the first one. So this is the winner of Creatures versus the winner of Fantasy, Jurassic Park versus Indiana Jones. What do you guys think?
Henry Jones. Wait, what's his middle name again? Anyway,
You don't
Indiana
even remember his
Jones.
middle name. I remember all the dinosaurs' names.
Oh shit, what is it? It's Henry.
What were
something.
all 5 of the Raptors' names?
Huh?
What were all 5 of the
Louis?
Raptors' names?
Well, there's the only one that mattered was Blue.
The other 4 had names still.
Yeah,
All right,
but
what were they? What
yeah,
were
but they got blown up. It doesn't matter.
Carson, what were they?
They follow like A, B, C, D.
Okay, what were they?
Alpha.
I don't remember.
Oh jeez.
I'm voting for Indiana Jones. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
going to make an argument for Jurassic Park.
Yes.
No, sorry, I have to. Okay, I'm voting for Jurassic Park. It is clearly more fun. It's tops the charts
clearly
in
not more
ridiculousness, in camp, in hilarity, in charisma.
You think Jurassic Park is campier than Indiana Jones? Wow.
Jurassic Park 3, maybe.
Sorry, you cut off, Dan. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I just got on your case about you think that Jurassic Park as a whole is campier than Indiana Jones.
Oh
as a
yeah,
whole. And I totally disagree.
yeah. It's dinosaurs running around and eating
That-
people.
Well, but where's the silly one-liners? Dinosaurs don't have many one-liners.
There's a lot of one-liners. in
Where's the
Jurassic World.
what was that, Carson?
There's a lot of
You didn't
one-liners.
say the magic.
I mean, okay.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your
they're
butt.
dinosaurs.
Okay, but like Indiana Jones is like one big camp fest. All right.
That's fair,
Anyway,
but-
what does Charlie have to say?
I think Jurassic Park gets a bit repetitive, whereas Indiana Jones is like a new adventure every time. So I would vote for Indiana Jones.
I would actually kind of, because so I rewatched 1 and 3, and it's basically the same movie beat for beat, even though you have some like slightly different characters. Like, I was actually surprised how similar those 2 movies are.
So Raiders and The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
fair.
yeah, that's a good point.
But
yeah, I never.
But you know what?
Never
It
caught
doesn't
that.
matter. It's a good point, sure, but there's still more fun.
I don't know. So when it's all just like people, I mean it's still like it can still be fun and campy, but just the fact that there's dinosaurs, I think that
Follow.
that adds the extra level
Follow.
where you can't compete with.
Follow.
Yes,
You've
Dan.
lost. Give it up. I'm annoyed at you now. So,
Why? Because of Back to the Future?
yes, because of
All right. Well, I mean, I refuse to change my vote. I will take a 3-1 loss. I don't care.
respect you. I respect you for that.
All right, Indiana Jones, the first to move on to our final four. Our next battle is between The Mummy and Rush Hour.
Damn, he won't be in Rush Hour 3.
Is that
One
your
of
vote?
No. Actually, you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it is, actually. If it's between The Mummy and... You know what? Rush Hour is a lot of fun. It is. It was second in the cops, for me, in the cops category.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same way. Mummy, really good movie, but they really die off from the second to the third one. Rush Hour 3 is not very good, but Rush Hour 2 is pretty solid. So I think for me that puts it over the top.
And Rush Hour 1.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the one from both trilogies is both really good.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What was that, Charlie? You're agreeing?
With Rush Hour, yeah.
I'm
right.
happy.
Well, it seems like this is an easy one to move forward then. Rush Hour moving on.
It's my mission to make Rush Hour win now.
Okay, next one is between Spider-Man and Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Was that a sigh from Carson?
I really don't want Star Wars to win, but
Okay, is that just you deciding you don't want Star Wars to win, so you're gonna fight against it?
But no, I'm trying to think about this
That's
honestly,
not very
and
objective.
I really
Come on,
Star Wars.
fun
The
in
Star
Star Wars.
Wars
You loved it your
sequel-
whole life. How are you fighting against that?
The Star Wars sequels are genuinely unenjoyable and just like way too corporate for me to enjoy and like
They
endorse.
had
That's
some fun
opinion.
moments. They had
There's
some
some-
fun.
There's some good Kylo Ren memes out there as a result of it, but for me that's like the most enjoyment I get out of them. Spider-Man is genuinely really enjoyable movies all the way through. I don't know if it's enough for me to outvote Star Wars. Like I'm still kind of leaning Star Wars, but it's hard for me to give up on Spider-Man. Spider-Man has a lot of really good stuff in it.
Yeah, Spider-Man, like, they're fun movies. I'm not arguing that. I really, really love them. But Star Wars has so many fun aspects, right? Like, it's got the Jedi, it's got space battles, it's so much.
It's got
Yeah,
that classic. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Paulo. Shit.
Paulo was cutting in and out.
How much fun things are in there? Am I still here?
Yeah, you're
Paulo,
here back.
Start over.
Okay. Yeah, there's two. I mean, as much as this is probably the toughest decision for me, but I'm gonna pick Star Wars by a hair.
Yeah, I don't think I can fight it, so I will. I shall allow Star Wars to move on this round.
Oh, thanks,
Oh,
Carson.
Generous.
What was that, Charlie?
How generous.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is Chucky versus The Matrix.
I'm actually gonna vote for Chucky on this one.
Holy hell, that's surprising. I was actually gonna go Matrix.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
going Matrix on this one.
I'm probably alone in this. It's just, and I'm not gonna be mad when Chucky loses. I just think if we're gonna talk like most fun, straight up, I think it's just there's so much craziness in Chucky that it
I'm surprised because you were just extolling Matrix earlier.
well, I mean that was to beat Toy Story.
I don't know. Matrix has like a ton of fun value. Like there's a lot of very quotable scenes. There's the escapism of going into a different world. There's like all the cool shit that you can do, and like for me, even that one small element of being able to like plug in talents and just like learn something in a second, like you can apply that to so much. And like I still even think about that today. Matrix is like super fun franchise. I love 2 and 3. I rewatched those recently, and like they're fun bad movies to watch. Chucky, I've actually never watched it. So I can't say that much bad about it, but it's just like, yeah, Matrix all the way. Charlie, you didn't like The Matrix, so I don't know. You haven't seen Chucky, but are you gonna? You can force a tie here
In my
for us to coin
personal
something.
bracket, this is still Mamma Mia in my personal bracket. But for this one, I would go with Matrix because I keep actively trying to watch that one because I think it will be fun, whereas I will never try to watch Chucky.
Okay, fine.
All right, our final 4. We have Indiana Jones versus Rush Hour and Star Wars versus The Matrix. So the one half of the battle there, Indiana Jones versus Rush Hour. Paulo, you kind of tipped your hand where you're leaning on this one. Charlie and Dan, where are you looking at?
Indy.
This is really tough. I slightly toward Indy, I think I'm leaning.
I am leaning towards Rush Hour.
I'm firmly on the side of Rush Hour.
A Rush Hour fanboy all the way.
Look, if you can do a buddy cop movie that's that much fun just on the strength of the charisma of the two leads.
Dude, he is so annoying.
Who is
Tucker?
Chris Tucker?
He gets annoying after a while.
It's
No,
not
he's
like Fifth Element Chris Tucker. He's still
Yeah.
pretty reasonable.
Okay, yeah, he's right. It's not that bad.
But it's the perfect balance to Jackie Chan's straight.
Sometimes I just, dude, when I was watching that for our buddy cop episode, sometimes I'd just be like, I sort of face myself and be like, oh, just shut the fuck up. But anyway,
I don't know. It's my personal favorite. Rush Hour. It's if you can get that fun of a series with just based off the two guys riffing off each other and not like you don't need all the like adventure elements, which I'm not saying are bad. I'm just saying it's no small feat to accomplish that when it's literally just a buddy cop movie. There's no like supernatural or anything. It's just the two guys having fun. That's why I'm gonna vote for Rush Hour over Indy.
Yeah, I'm pretty firmly into Rush Hour. I don't think I'm gonna switch. Chris Tucker, yeah, I get Dan's point around like being annoying. Like there's a lot of characters that I get annoyed with, but like it's not just Chris Tucker, but it's also like Jackie Chan plays off of it really well. To the fact that like it doesn't get annoying because of how Jackie is like playing his character. And it's just like it's a super fun trilogy. Even like Rush Hour 3, not a very good movie, but it's like you still have those two, so it's still fun.
So
all right. This is coin
Wait.
toss.
Did we change your mind, Charlie?
I do really like the Rush Hour movies, so this is hard.
So it's basically in your court to either force a coin flip
Oh.
here or to switch sides.
No pressure.
Oh, no. Yeah, sure. Rush Hour.
Dan, you want to try to
Wow.
convince her to Indiana Jones?
Nah, not really.
All right. Star Wars versus The Matrix. I have indicated before that I do not want Star Wars to move on. I'm still having a hard time not voting for it. It is a very fun franchise. Matrix is good. I don't know if it's that good. I can be kind of swayed either way here.
I don't think you can say Matrix is more fun than Star Wars. It's Star Wars.
Agreed.
It's Star Wars. I know it's too big. You don't want it to win, but like it deserves it. Come on.
Agreed.
But for me at the same time, like the sequels really bother me. Like they're genuinely unenjoyable and like they're genuinely boring movies. Whereas like
Maybe
The
just
Matrix
too
never gets that
soon
bad.
for you to judge?
Sorry?
Maybe too soon for you to judge. You're still angry. You said you warmed up to DC over time. You look back and you like them. Maybe come
but I
back
mean-
to the sequels in a few years.
DC's still happening. Like that's also recent.
Carson, think of it this way as well. How many Rush Hour movies are there and how many Star Wars movies are there?
That doesn't matter.
It kind of does.
We're not in Rush Hour
how
versus
many
Star Wars.
how
We're in
many
Rush Hour Star Wars versus Matrix.
oops. I mean, sorry, that's actually what I meant to say. Sorry. How many Matrix movies are there? How many Star Wars movies are there?
That doesn't matter. MCU didn't win. It has
It matter. Well, I'm bringing it up now. Who cares about the past? Kill it if you have to.
You're saying like the fight scenes and stuff in the Matrix you think are more fun than lightsaber battles?
The new lightsaber battles are not that enjoyable. I agree that lightsabers are very cool. Like the concept of a lightsaber is really cool. The throne room scene in Last Jedi is really cool. I don't think much of the other lightsaber battles in the other movies are that enjoyable.
Pick your the best 3 Star Wars movies and pit them against the 3 Matrix movies. There's 3, right? Let's be fair. We can't if you know what I mean? Like there's way more fun Star Wars movies than there are fun Matrix movies. Well, there's only 3 Matrix movies.
That's just a quantity thing.
Hey, you're Mr. Numbers. Isn't that your nickname?
Yeah, ultimately, like if all 3 of you guys are voting Star Wars, which it sounds like you guys probably are, I'm not going to put out too much of a fight on that. But I think Matrix is underrated. It's
no, I
worth
think it's
noting.
good. I think it's good, but compared to Star Wars, if we're again just looking at fun, even the bad Star Wars movies, most of the bad ones are still kind of fun.
All right, Paul, are you going Star Wars?
You know what? When I'm looking at the bracket, I feel like the only thing that could have taken out Star Wars, aside from its final matchup, would have been the MCU.
I had purposely put MCU and Star Wars in the same sub bracket so at the end.
Yeah. No, I mean, Star Wars.
Okay. All right, our finals here: Star Wars versus Rush Hour.
Okay, if Rush Hour wins over Star Wars, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
Agreed.
Seriously, guys.
I pick Rush Hour.
I'm picking Rush Hour.
You son of a
How
bitch.
dare you?
Wait a minute. Is this gonna come to the coin toss?
This is the only coin toss we've done.
You sons of bitches.
Do you want to try to convince one of us to switch our vote?
What, based on all
I'm
that
never gonna. What was that?
So all that Rush Hour merch you own, all that, you talk about it all the time, get excited for the movies. You do that for Rush Hour, right?
Hey, if there was a Rush Hour 4, I would be just as excited as if there was another Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yeah, sure.
Bullshit.
Okay, here's what I'd say to that. If there was a Rush Hour 4 coming out, it probably wouldn't be very good. But Star Wars, when they started with the 4th movie, it didn't really go that well either. So.
But it's so much more fun. Think fun, Carson. Fun.
Hey, imagine if Rush Hour had 9 movies to build its brand.
So
okay,
what?
Maybe that's
let's bring Star Wars down to 3. Let's take the best 3 Star Wars movies, pit them against the 3 Rush Hour movies.
You can't cherry pick the best.
I would actually let you do that.
Numbers.
I would let you do that because, in my opinion, the prequels actually boost the fun factor of Star Wars. Like the original Star Wars trilogy is good movies, but the fun is like only an aspect of it, like in the same way that the Lord of the Rings.
Dude, the original 3 Star Wars movies are the most fun ones.
I don't know. I go with the prequels.
The prequels are fun-ish, but they're not nearly as fun. I mean, there's a lot of boring to them as well.
I would agree that the original Star Wars are fun, but
you would say that the original 3 Star Wars are more fun than the prequels? Really?
Yeah, I would say like the prequels for me have more of a fun factor, and that's probably because of like the age I was when those came out.
Wow. Completely disagree.
I'm inclined to agree, but also Dan, you were probably a little bit older than us when the prequels came out, right?
I was in grade like 10 when episode 1 came out, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was 10 years old, so I don't know. I'm stuck in Rush Hour.
Wow. Wow. Guys, I mean,
You
I've
did that
never.
just to be a troll, though? Do you really think Rush
He
Hour was more
is.
fun than Star Wars?
He doesn't.
You just don't want. You're just digging in your heels because you don't want Star Wars to win. That's not fair.
That's totally what he's doing.
Hey, I can vote for whatever reason I want to vote for.
So you're admitting it. Wow. This is a very disingenuous podcast.
We're going to be getting Rush Hour themed gifts for the next 5 Christmases, just so you know. 'Cause
I'm
it's the
100%
most
okay with that.
franchise.
I would love that. Oh man, like I think it's just the history that I. Oh wow, we're going straight.
All right,
to...
here we go. Do
No,
it.
no, I'm just showing it there, but we can talk a little bit before we flip this coin.
I think that just the history of the love that I have for Rush Hour, which is not to say I don't love Star Wars. Oh, I don't know.
There's space battles, there's spaceships, there's Jedi, there's lightsabers.
The space battles
droids,
are my favorite.
Everything is so much
There's-
fun.
There's Darth Vader.
X-wing. No, I'm not
Just
budging.
The aliens, the characters, they're so fun.
Just the cantina scene.
Yes.
Han shot first.
These are all really good arguments, but I feel like I can't change my
Shut
mind on.
up.
Rush Hour is
Shut
like genuinely underrated. Like I know you guys think I'm being cynical here, but like I do
I
do have a
recognize
genuine
them. They're
appreciation.
good.
for Rush
Maybe
Hour.
it is. Maybe it is. But you still already admitted that you're
Like if
just.
you said, "Oh, hey, the
trolling
next
me.
Rush Hour movie is gonna have like lightsabers," you'd be like, "Damn, that'd be so good," because lightsabers are
Oh, why
fun.
would I want to have lightsabers in a Rush Hour movie?
Just saying, if they were, it would be a lot of fun.
I would not think that was fun.
So a Rush Hour Star Wars crossover.
Jackie Chan wielding a lightsaber. Shit. Well, anyway,
Paulo
all right,
seems
guys.
on the fence a little bit.
No, is he? Is he really? I doubt it.
No, I can't. No, I
See?
can't. I
See?
can't change my mind here.
All right.
Punch it. Punch it,
Heads
Chewie.
is Star Wars, tails is Rush Hour.
Deciding this whole thing with a coin toss. Oh,
This is official. This counts. All right, we're ready.
Yes.
Heads is Star
Punch it.
Wars, tails is Rush Hour. It's Rush Hour.
Oh.
Dan has logged off. He's walked away. He is not happy with this result, but Rush Hour is officially the most fun movie franchise. According to Houston, we have a podcast. Dan and Charlie, thanks for helping us come to that conclusion. Okay, let's end this podcast off.
Sorry.
Uh,
Oh my
do you
god.
feel bad?
I-
You feel ashamed?
I'm
No.
very pleased with this result.
Mm.
Okay, let's end off this episode. Did we decide what we're doing for our outro here?
Let's do a two-part thing so we can cool down a little bit, so we can all just cool down and be friends.
Hate you
Um,
guys.
Hey, look, I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna revisit it. When this quarantine ends, what would you guys like to watch? Like, what movie do you think you'd like to see when you can leave your home and go to a theater?
I'll go first. I want to see a movie where Paulo and Carson are brutally murdered.
Wow.
When's that coming out?
Yeah. Me and Charlie are gonna go see that one.
It's the new Saw movie with Chris Rock.
You're gonna produce it.
No, I'm thinking Ghostbusters Afterlife. And so this is just to play into the theme of this episode. I don't expect it to be all that good, but it's got Paul Rudd. And I think at the very least it'll be, you guessed it, fun.
So I'm going to go with Tenet. My two movies that I was most looking forward to this year was Tenet and Dune. Dune just released stills of like the first kind of shots of the movie that they showed, and I think that combined with the strength of the Tenet trailer, I'm actually more looking forward to Tenet. I still think Dune's going to be a really good movie, but Tenet was just like it was really good combined with the 7-minute preview I saw on IMAX, which I know isn't out there online for anyone to see, but like it was a really really good sequence, so I'm really looking forward to Tenet.
After you, Charlie.
Wonder Woman. I'm excited to see a Wonder Woman.
Think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I've listened to the trailer music from it probably like 1,000 times at this point. I love the music that they have for that trailer.
I don't think I've even seen the trailer. I need to watch that.
Actually, I think you're right. I mean, I think I'm in the same boat. I also think I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna take this chance to remind everyone that there's an Artemis Fowl movie coming out.
I was just about to say, don't say that again, and I was like, no, don't say that.
Okay, fine. I've already put the reminder out there, so I'll switch to Godzilla versus Kong. Just to keep in the theme of this movie franchise bracket. Apparently, there's a Godzilla versus Kong movie, and I'm curious to see if the monsters will be the good guys. I hope it doesn't turn out like, what was another one where they were supposed to fight?
Batman
like
versus Superman.
Yeah, where they
And that's
end
like
up.
they're definitely going to not fight each other and then fight a bigger, badder monster. I would love it if they had the balls to actually have one of those monsters kill the other one, but that's not going to happen.
I'm gonna hold out hope that that happens. I may be disappointed, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
It's a fool's hope.
And then the second part of this.
Oh shit! Sorry. So for a future podcast, a future quarantine podcast, what do you guys want to like? What would you guys like to hear us talk about, or what would you want someone to talk about?
Plague movies.
Plague movies? That's fair.
Yeah, like Outbreak or Contagion.
I mean, it is trending. Charlie, Carson.
So my idea that I've talked about a few times, which I'll do a call out for anyone who wants to do it. I want to do a Wes Anderson themed episode. I want to have us draft Wes Anderson characters, and then have them go off in high society mischief challenges. So if anyone out there is listening and would like to participate in that, send us a message, because I definitely want to do that in the next few months here.
How about you, Charlie?
For you guys to do?
Or
I
if
think
you would
Carson should watch some musicals, including Mamma Mia.
I'm down for that too.
I have a feeling that's not going to happen, but
I think we'll do that one day. We should.
I think you judged it too harshly. You didn't even give it a chance.
I mean, musicals, not just Mamma Mia, right?
Yeah, all sorts.
Okay.
I did like Les Mis. That was a decent one. I've watched
that's
musicals
good.
before.
And
La La Land?
Rocket Man. Rocket Man was
I
basically
did not
a
like
musical,
Rocket Man, actually.
but it was basically a musical.
It was a musical. I agree with that. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody either. I did like La La Land. There's also a movie from the mid-90s called Dancer in the Dark, which is decent as well, although I skipped over all the music scenes. There's a couple out there I like.
In the Heights is coming out eventually. And that's Lin-Manuel Miranda. That one will hopefully be very good.
Probably not
Is
going
it
to
a
watch that.
musical?
It was supposed to come out this summer. I think it's delayed now, but yes, it's a musical.
Oh, cool. My hopeful idea, if anyone out there, or if even you, Charlie or Dan, would like to discuss this, probably Charlie, you probably wouldn't want to because they're horror movies, but the quarantine / rec movies, so it's the zombie movies, the found footage ones where they're stuck in the apartment building. there's both the original and the sequel. I wanted to do. I thought it was fitting for the quarantine that we're currently in.
This would be the time to do that.
Yeah, but when have we ever stuck to what was topical?
That's true. Well, thanks for stopping by, Dan and Charlie, and we will. I don't know. We're probably gonna do another one of these quarantine episodes, and so we'll try to keep everyone entertained, as we know the world is listening to these podcasts. So big pressure to put out there. So yeah, thanks.
Congratulations to Rush Hour, and thanks Charlie and Dan.
Yeah, well, I'm never gonna forget this, guys.
We're so glad to have you guys on, and even though you may be mad at us.
Glad to be here. It was fun. Ah.